Welcome back, everybody, to Facetious episode 102. So angsty. I am happy to be one of your hosts, happy to be in front of your eyeballs and in your ears again. I am Larry, aka Bluemanrule, and I am joined as usual by my main Damie, none other than the cookie chef himself, Mike, aka Scarfinger, aka Real Talk. What's up, dog?
What's up, man?
Chilling, man. So look, things might be a little different today. Hopefully I'll sound a little better because your boy got in on that new hotness. So
he's got a little bit of pop to it.
Yeah, they got a little bit of pop, a little pop. Because I went ahead and bought him. I bought this Yeti mic. It was on sale, the Blackout Edition, and it does come with Assassin's Creed Origins on PC. Yeah, man, which I'm going to give away. I don't know if you can see that card because it's really bright, but there it is.
So why are you giving it to me? Why are you giving it to them?
Because they need it, right? They need it, right? Oh, I could give it. I could slide it to you.
You already told them now.
I just said I'm going to give it away. I didn't say to whom.
No, we can't renege on that now. You didn't already say you was going to give it away, so you can't renege on that now.
But I am going to give it away regardless. So. But yeah, man. So it came with it. It was $84 on Amazon, which I really wanted the blue one, but it was $79, and it kept going back up in price. And then when I turned around and wanted to get the blue one, it went up to $89, and I'm like, man, it was just cheaper. So hesitation. So I was like, you know what? I wanted it. I've been wanting this mic for a long time. $84 for a mic that's normally $150, $140. That's a good deal. Plus a game. Come on, B.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, I'm not excited about that.
I mean, other than the fact it's a game you already got.
Other than the fact it's a game I already own, absolutely. And the saves don't carry over, so you know how it is, man. But Mike, look here, man. We're gonna have a show for these people in here today, man. We're gonna have a pretty good show. Look, we're gonna talk a little bit of feedback because you know how I like to jump into feedback, but we'll get into that secondly. Because I want people to kind of
feedback. I'm awesome. The end.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be good then. I think you're gonna enjoy the feedback. But before we get into that, man, so it's that time of year, bro. And last week, my youngest son was in a Christmas concert at the school, right?
Okay.
And he's still in elementary, and those are young, supposed to be cute things, bro. But at the Christmas concerts, like they want to get parents and the audience and stuff involved, like clap and stomp your feet and do this other thing. And I'm like, bro, number one, I don't want to be here right now. Like I love my kid, but I don't want to be here right now. I don't want to be sitting here at the concert in the evening when I haven't eaten dinner. Number one, and number two, when I'm tired, and then number three, I don't want to. Since I don't have the energy, sit up here and participate with y'all. So,
and I don't want to be stuck in a room with people clapping on 1 and 3.
Right, exactly.
That is not what's hot in these streets. Friends don't let friends clap on 1 and 3.
Exactly. Word up. So I'm in there like, I don't know about this, B. But it went well. My son had like a little solo. You'd have been proud of him, Mike. He had little bongo drums holding the beat for a song. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but let's be honest. Like they did get a little black kid the bongos.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, but he did bring the heat though. He brought the heat, so I was proud of him. I got that recorded and everything, so I'm hype about that, man.
You should put him onto some go-go music so he can see how they really do that thing. You know what I'm
saying? So, but no, man, because I was like, you did all right, buddy, and I was telling him, we're gonna practice, listen to some stuff, and try to get you with those syncopated rhythms, man. Get you going on that backbeat. So get him bring a little heat that way. So that was awesome, man. But Mike. Let me tell you this, man. We got feedback, and I love feedback. Shout out to my man Darrin, who always provides feedback, right? So this is his feedback when he says, "Look, first of all, before you give him my feedback, tell Mike I don't want it to sound like I'm ragging on him because I really like him." But he was like, "Episode 3 for real?
Like for real? He was like, straight up, no lie." Episode 3 was the most enjoyable of those movies. Let's be honest. The original trilogy
Right.
Is boring. Like it's just boring. It's a lot. It's just and also that goes for episode 1 too. Episode 1 is just so much exposition. Like episode 1 is exposition and pod race. Like that's the whole movie. Like it is exposition, pod race. There's a fight at the end, and that's pretty much it. Like you know, like that's. I mean, the fight was the dopest fight that we had seen thus far. But
episode 3 though? I mean, episode 3?
No, I'm talking about episode 1.
Oh, you're talking about
episode 3 had that action I wanted. You know.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm about that action, boss. Like,
but it's surrounded by just mediocrity. I mean,
I don't. Well, first of all, I'm not a Star Wars fan, so I don't take it that seriously.
Right.
Like,
right.
It's not nothing serious. Like it's fucking it's people with like, you know, it's space wizards with laser swords, and you know, some weird religion that they somehow adopted in Australia. But it's not it ain't that it's never been that serious to me. But like I said from the beginning, I was not in at the beginning. So like I didn't jump on until right before episode 1. I crammed before episode 1. Okay. I had seen bits and pieces up until that point, but nothing that would make a coherent story for me. Like I would see it when it was on TV. I'd watch a few minutes and be like, I don't know why people like this that much. And then but like the hype for episode 1 was like, okay, maybe I might want to pay attention to this.
Okay.
So I crammed, and those movies are just long and they boring, dog. I'm sorry. Like I don't
feel that.
I do. And I'm you know, I don't hold none of this stuff sacred. I hated Blaze Runner.
Blade Runner? Blaze Runner? They smoke cheap.
I'd rather Blaze Run in order to watch that stupid movie. But I hated that. What was the other one? The one with Brandon Lee, The Crow.
The Crow.
Hated it. Oh my god, it's terrible.
Hated it.
Yeah, I hated that movie. Like it wasn't one of those movies. It wasn't one of those movies where I like hated every second. Mm-hmm. It was just that I watched it years after the fact, and it didn't have that same effect on me.
Yeah, not that same time capsulized context, right?
Yeah, and although like I love the 90s, I do. I became a young man in the 90s, like, but yeah, you know, but like I graduated high school in 98, so like that, you know, the 90s were my growing period, you know.
Coming up on 20 years, bro.
Yeah. That was my growing period, but I don't hold. I'm not very nostalgic in general. Like that. Well, I'll just put that out there. I'm not very nostalgic in general. So like the idea that anything during that time period is in some way, shape, or form sacred.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing: it's not that it's sacred. It's just that you gotta realize these are a product of their time.
Exactly. Just the same way I watched The Matrix, you know, in recent months, and that is very much a product of its time.
Right. Absolutely.
And like you know, like so, it's one of those things where I don't, you know, I remember The Matrix being enjoyable. I don't hold it above anything else. Like, you know what I mean? Like my favorite movies, most of my favorite movies are like silly stuff. Like my favorite one of my favorite movies of all time is Drop Dead Fred. Like, you know what I'm saying?
See, Darrin is just, I'm pretty sure he's just shaking his head right now. He will tell me.
One of my favorite movies, Drop Dead Fred, The People Under the Stairs, which is the most unintentionally funny movie ever. Like that movie was not supposed to be funny, but it was unintentionally hilarious. Long Kiss Goodnight, is one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff.
Where is this coming from? Like, where is this coming from?
These are but none of those movies I hold to like some sort of impossible standard. Like I would never say any of my favorite movies can't be topped. You know what I mean? Like I'm not very nostalgic, and like the only thing that I really, there's two things in my life that I will hold up above all other things when it comes to media that I consume.
Mm-hmm.
There's two things in life that I hold up very high, and there's not a whole lot of things that can get that high for me.
Okay.
Jay-Z and his catalog.
Okay.
Mass Effect 2. Like that's it. That's my list.
That's your list. That's a short, eccentric list. Like not so much Jay-Z as eccentric. I can understand the collection. I would I'd go with another artist, but I hear you. Mass Effect 2 is kind of what it is.
It's my list, dog. Like I can't really like. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's some things like I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's my favorite TV show. Right. But I know that especially the early seasons are draped in 90s nostalgia. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's cool. Can we get to the later seasons, please? Like that's me. And I tell everybody that if you want to start Buffy the Vampire Slayer, please, please, please just get through season 1. Season 1 is very Monster of the Week. Season 1 is like them trying to find their place. And it is and also season 1, it was a mid-season replacement for something else that got canceled. So it was rushed. So like just get through that. Like you gotta watch it because there's some baseline stuff that you need to carry with you.
All right. I mean, I'll never watch it, but I will take your word for it. Absolutely. That's just how it go.
But I mean, you ain't never gonna watch it, but this is for everybody else.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Now listen, at work, when I came out there to visit you in Virginia, when we went to Busch Gardens that day, we actually had to go stop and eat at Applebee's. I've been getting a little bit of flack. For going to Applebee's. Oh yeah. From Darrin and Ryan, like it's just been a whole lot of heat coming out of that kitchen over there. Like,
is it one of those pretentious those pretentious people that go like, you went all the way to Virginia and went to Applebee's?
Yeah, pretty much exactly the phrase that came out. And
we need to do something real quick. We needed to go somewhere familiar. I ain't had no time to look up no Yelp reviews, dog. Like, calm down.
And it's even better than that because we actually did. We wanted to go to a place called Food for Thought, and we wanted to go there. And they had had really high reviews, extremely local, and had a 45-minute wait. Bro, we had been in Busch Gardens all day. Only thing we had at the Gardens, I bought a pretzel that I shared with the girls, and that was it. So we were there.
Yeah, the food in that park is expensive.
Boy, it really is, man. And so we had the pretzel toward the end, and they were starving more than I was. And I was like, we got a 45-minute wait, which I want to do. And there were 5 like different types of like waffle restaurants on that street.
There's all kinds of stuff.
All closed. And I was like, well, darn.
They only serve they serve they go up to brunch time. Yeah. After brunch, they out.
Yeah, and I was like, why we have 5 of these restaurants on a strip that's like 1.2 miles? We have 5 of these restaurants and all 5 of them closed. Why do we have this?
Most of them are owned by the same family?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And I was just like, what is going on? So it's not like we didn't try to do something else. We got urged the other way to do to go. And I was like, all right, we got Chili's and Applebee's across the street right now. And they called and were like, what's the wait time? And they told them that it was like, 5-10 minutes. We got over there. We sat down maybe 2 minutes and they had our table. And I went in, I had some seafood because I'm out on the East Coast. It was good. I enjoyed it. Talking about so much salt coming out of that, man. You could have swore that dude had a big thing of rock salt in his bag. Like it was hatred. It was just hatred coming out. He sent me an email. It was like, here's a list in the subject line. It said, here's the list of everything that's better, of all the food options that are better than Applebee's. And in the body, the only thing it had in all caps was everything. Like that was
Dirty.
Yeah.
These your friends, dog. These
Right.
your friends and your coworkers.
so I've been getting a little bit of flack. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't have a problem with Applebee's though. I love Applebee's. That's where I first had chicken parm, and I quite enjoyed chicken parm from Applebee's, man. So I mean, you know.
Hey, when I went up and I met Pimp, we went to Olive Garden.
Right. And
I went all the way to Arlington, or was it? Yeah, I think it was Arlington. Yeah, it was Arlington. I went all the way. I always get Arlington and Alexandria confused because they're really close to each other, and it's just confusing. But I went all the way up to Arlington, and we went to Olive Garden because Pimp's wife was running a race and she needed to load up on some carbs, so she needed that, you know. So
she need that carbo load, man, before she get out there and get to running. Yeah, because she don't run nothing short. I think the shortest thing she runs is a half, which is 13.1.
Yeah, something like that. I think so. She got those stickers on the back of the whip. It's like a 13.1, and it was like the 26 point whatever. Yeah. She got those.
Nice, man. So, but yeah, man, I've been getting a little flag, so I just wanted to throw a shout out to them cats. But Mike,
no, but don't be pretentious. Like they did the thing. They went to all of the other local stuff, and they just happened to go to Applebee's that one day. Like, you can't really say like, oh, you went to Applebee's. Like, I went to Applebee's once, nigga. Like, what's wrong with you?
And when I went, it was on fire. Like I don't see what the problem is. And I save more on my per diem because Applebee's is a little bit cheaper than that. So it is what it is. So right. I enjoyed it, man. But all right.
But yeah, episode 3 was the most enjoyable one for someone who doesn't take it seriously. Episode 3 is the most enjoyable of those movies. Period.
Like I said, I'm still a stronger fan of Empire Strikes Back, episode 2. Of the original trilogy, so episode 5. So that's
you mean pseudo episode 8.
Right. But so we'll get into that. So I went to go watch that movie. But before we get into the movie itself, Mike, so this is where the title of the show comes from, So Angsty, because all I could do was think of Genuine in my ear, So Anxious. Mm-hmm. But this is what was happening. So I was in the theater, and this was on Friday, so the day it actually released. They did the Thursday release and then Friday. But I got out of work early, so this was a 3:00 showing. And I was in the theater, and they were the reserved seatings where they reclined back, bro, with the seats that had like the subwoofer near them.
No, can't do it no more.
I know you can't do it. You like Timo, you'd be like, nope, pass out. But so I was in the theater with the seats that recline back with the subwoofers kind of underneath them and like running the rail back behind them. But the thing is, we were right at a section break, so just in front of us was the wall. So when you lean back in the chair, our feet were literally like hitting the wall. But at the beginning of the movie, trailers came on, and he was just like, oh man, it's another boring trailer. Oh, look at this boring Kohl's ad or Target ad. Oh, no. And then he just, like, seriously, like, he was like a 14-year-old teenager. It was him, and then like his little sister, then his mom, then his dad was way on the end. And what was crazy is that he just kept having to comment after every single trailer. I'm like, dude, calm down. Why are you so angry? And then
same thing happened to me, but it was a group of older gentlemen right behind me, and every trailer they was like, I would check that out, and then they were like, nah, that don't look good at all. Like, they were that after every trailer. And look, here's the thing. All right, so lately I have been getting into a lot of YouTube videos about the Jurassic Park, universe.
Right.
So like they were talking during the Jurassic World new trailer, and they were asking questions that I knew the answer to, and I wanted to turn around and give them the answer. It was like, oh, we never seen that dinosaur before. Yeah, because it was cut out of 3. But like, like that type of stuff. That's the Carnotaurus. It was cut out of 3. It's the one with the horns that you see in the thing. The one that comes up on the side of the sphere.
Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was the Carnotaurus. The Carnotaurus was supposed to be in 3, but they figured that they needed something bigger, so they went with the the one with the Spinosaurus. They went with the Spinosaurus instead of the Carnotaurus. They're in the same family.
Okay.
You know, there's a couple of other dinosaurs that's in the same family, including the new big bad of the new Jurassic World is in that same family of the Spinosaurus and all that other stuff. And it was like, well, why didn't we see this before? Yeah, because the scene got cut.
Okay. Word up. Word up. Good to know.
You know, like, and they were asking questions that I knew the answer to because I've been like deep into this Jurassic. I've been deep into Jurassic. Like I was so look. I'm gonna tell you.
So you don't like Star Wars that much, but you get deep in Jurassic Park,
bro. Let me tell you what happened when Netflix first launched the live streaming. I mean the streaming service.
Right.
They ain't have a whole lot. But they had a lot of stuff like Dinosaur Planet and stuff like that. Man, listen, I spent all day, every day, all up on them dinosaurs. It was amazing. Like, here's the thing: the best thing about like Dinosaur Planet and those things where they talk about these old animals and stuff like that is most of them do not turn into the animals you think they turn into.
Oh, okay.
You know, like how the raptors from Jurassic Park, they basically turned into birds. Like they, you know, like a lot of those dinosaurs and stuff like that, they turned into various forms of birds and not necessarily the large reptile predators that we know of, that we know and love. You know what I mean? Like they didn't turn into those; they turned into birds over time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that type of stuff. And, you know, like, and you see this big, like, you see this big, like, look like a zebra saber tooth. And it was like, yeah, but this is the predecessor to the modern grizzly bear. You know, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, and that is the stuff that I was finding interesting. So I watched a lot of that stuff because it wasn't very much on Netflix at that point. So I really got into dinosaurs and stuff around then. Like before then, I knew the basic dinosaurs that everybody else knew. And, you know, the Stegosaurus was my man's in them until I realized that the Stegosaurus didn't really use all of that to fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, man, I'm down with the Stegosaurus, and the Stegosaurus a punk. Like, right. I ain't down with no punks. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that type of thing.
Stegosaurus is all about peace. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
Let me go ahead and eat these leaves.
Right, and just leave y'all alone. That's
I'm gonna leave y'all alone. I'm gonna eat these leaves right over here. You know what I'm saying?
But like the worst part of the theater, Mike. So we were in the middle of the movie, right? And like I said, we were sitting close to the lip of the edge when we reclined back. So he was just rubbing his feet down the side of the thing all the time in his shoes. And I was like, man, I want to smack this kid. But his mom was like, cut this down. Like she told her.
There's only two other worse people that goes to movie theater. I do not like the movie theater experience. Personally, I just don't.
You sound like Mr. Matt, man. But go ahead.
Huh?
You sound like devious Mr. Matt, but go ahead.
I don't like the movie theater experience because I don't really like people that much, and also I think it's too loud. Like it is way too loud for me.
It was cranked up, bro. You know, I got a surround sound system here, but this bad boy. Like normally, I watch movies at Penn Square Mall, which is a different mall. Mm-hmm. It's also an AMC theater with the reclining chairs, or I go to Tinseltown, and both of those have about a similar volume level. It's very balanced and very even. Man, at Quail, it was cranked.
Yeah. It was so yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the movie theater experience in general. But I had already gotten spoiled on it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. I woke up Sunday morning. I woke up at 10 o'clock. Mm-hmm. I hurried up and got myself straight. I went to the 11 o'clock showing.
What? All right, word up.
So I went early. You know what I'm saying? And then I had all kinds of other stuff, and then I finally got home. It was like 3. But but there's only 2 worst people in the movie theater. The kid or the uncontrollable adult that keeps hitting your chair.
Man, look here. You hit my chair, bro. We're gonna have issues.
And the people who can't find a babysitter.
Boy, that's rough. That's rough.
Boy. Like, I don't even get bothered by the people who pull out their cell phone no more. That used to be a problem. It used to be a problem because it's distracting. Like you see that light and they're in front of you in any way, shape, or form. You see that light and you immediately gravitate to that light because you know the movie theater is dark. Like it's just one of those things. But I'm to the point right now. I just turn my phone all the way off. I don't even put it on silent. I just turn it all the way off.
I put mine in my armrest where like the drinks go or whatever, so I can see it if I need to get to it. But I flip it down like with the screen toward just me, not up, but just toward
turn your brightness all the way down.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's always on the screen is always put to sleep, and I only have just the notifications come through to vibrate on my watch, so that way it doesn't ring, it doesn't do anything, it just vibrates on my watch. Set.
Okay, I got you. But no, I just turn my phone all the way off. Like I just look, I don't want to hit nobody's mouth because it's gonna be me, the person that somebody gonna go try to tell on.
Right, exactly. I always gotta be the black dude.
Him. Like that's what's gonna happen to me. But yeah, those people are the worst.
So listen, so while I was in the movie theater, I left and I came out and there was an email from Cinemark, which is like they own theaters around the country, and one of the ones we have is out here on Martin Luther King called Tinseltown, and
don't go there.
No, it's pretty hood. The the Cinemark itself so you know how Wheel has Movie Pass, where it's like $10 a month. You can go to an unlimited number of movies. You can redeem it in any theater that participates, and you can do this, right?
I thought it's unlimited, but I think you can only go once a day, right?
Yeah, it's like once a day, and then so Cinemark has one. It's not okay, so it's not that good of a deal. But I'm like, why are they? I see what they're trying to do, but they ain't doing it right. So it's a monthly pass for $9 a month, one movie a month.
No,
but it's transferable to some of your friends, and you don't get any online fees when you reserve your ticket because it's normally $1.25 per. And there's a 20% snack discount.
No.
And like now,
I don't even buy no snacks in there in the first place. This stuff's so expensive. And then you when you know people who work in the movie theater, like I had friends that worked in the movie theater when I was in high school. My man, shout out to my man Jesus. I mean, he's not really Jesus, but you know, he was a white dude. He had the beard and he had the really long hair. He kind of looked like the iconic picture of Jesus. Oh, yeah. So I called him Jesus, but like so you know, he told me like all of the stuff that's going on, like with the snacks and like the popcorn that they just put in bags at the end of the day and throw it right back in the machine to get warmed up like it was straight. You know, like don't never order a hot dog at a movie theater, bro. Never. Do not. Like just don't. Like for real. I'd rather buy hot dogs off the street than buy it in a movie theater.
I mean, from a street vendor?
Yep. I'd rather buy it from a street vendor than buy it from a movie theater.
Wow, crazy.
Just saying, just do not.
Just don't.
So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's not good for nobody. So yeah, I don't buy no snacks anyway. So that's not even a good deal.
No, it's not a good deal. It's a terrible deal. And I was like, well, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to catch the trend that Movie Pass is doing by offering for it's $9 a month. It's $8.99. It's literally $9 a month. So it's $1 cheaper, but it's not a good deal. It's like you can only go once a month. Once a month. Like how you gonna do that?
I mean, right now, what's in the movie theater? Like, really? Like I can only go see one of these.
Yeah.
In a month.
Right.
No. I'm just not go to your. I'm just not gonna go to your theater. How about that?
Right. And my boy Ryan put out he brainstormed an idea. He was like, "Look, what would be cool is if they offered it with different levels of access, so like different theater accesses. You know, whether you get the reserved seating or you get the general admission, and you do it with family packages and stuff." And he's like, "But what would be a good deal for the whole year for the whole family to go on unlimited times, right? Like once a day." They wanted to, and I was like, man, you'd have to charge at least $200 for that. He was like, I'll be good if you could. It's like $200-300. He's like, if you tell me I can do that and I could take my entire.
If you got kids, bro, $200 or $300, ain't not a problem.
Ain't nothing but a number, bro, for real. Because you could get in there because we were talking about a lot of the movies coming out next year, and Black Panther, Deadpool 2, The Avengers. Like you got a lot of stuff coming. Jurassic World. You got a lot of stuff hitting hard next year. And then for the next foreseeable future, even in 2019, you got the other part of the Avengers. You have Captain Marvel. You have I think another Ant-Man coming. You're gonna have other stuff hitting. Like you're gonna be at the theater quite a bit. So it would be a good investment for the next few years, but still, I don't even know if I'd crest that amount. But I mean, every time I go now, it's like $48, man. It's like $45 if I take the
you take the fam with you. That's an expense.
absolutely.
So like you gonna have to,
and that's no snacks. That's no snacks.
that's no snacks. Like I mean, all you do is make sure you take your girl with you, and then make her bring her purse, and then go to Dollar Tree and get all of those little box candies and stuff. You can get all that stuff is right in Dollar Tree, the little box candies and all that other stuff.
Bruh, let me tell you what I did with my Chris. So this is the thing I'm gonna add to the list because I only have one other topic outside of this one. So let me go ahead and add this to the list. So for my gift exchanges this week, so we did a Dirty Santa exchange, right? Let me get this time down. So we did a Dirty Santa exchange, and listen to what I got, bruh. All right, so this is a Dirty Santa exchange. So at first I went to Dollar Tree. No lie, I went to Dollar Tree, and your boy picked up a few things, man. So I picked up some styli for like your phones and stuff, right? Like with the little touch screens that you can move around, but they're a regular pen on the bottom. Got screen protector, and then I also got a thing of Reese's of chocolate covered Reese's and the little candy cane Reese's Pieces, and I put them in there, and I was like, you know what? And it only came out to like $5 of change, and we have a minimum of like a $15 gift exchange, 15 to 20, right? So I was like, I know what I'm gonna do. So I went to the liquor store and picked up some alcoholic eggnog, and I called it the. Are you ready for it? Drunk text your ex/next kit. So what? so you got your motivation and the eggnog, right? You got the first stylus to write on the phone because you know that finger dexterity ain't there. Then you got the second stylus for when you throw the first one across the room, wondering why you doing this in the first place. And then you got the screen protect, like the screen cleaner and stuff to wipe off the tears from the screen. And then you got the chocolate just in the Reese's Pieces just because you need something to feel better about life. So that was my little.
You need some chocolate in your life.
Yeah, exactly.
In more ways than one, ladies.
Pause.
I said ladies. I said ladies.
Stupid, man. So yeah, man. So I was real happy with that, man, and it went over pretty well. So but yeah, drunk text your ex/next kit. It's a bundle. So I quite enjoyed it, man. I had a good time. We had fun, and it was after that I went to go watch the Star Wars movie, which we really didn't talk about, man. How to put Star Wars into words without spoiling anything, Mike?
It seems really obvious what the overall goal of this movie was.
Right.
The overall goal of this movie is to start their break from tradition so that they can keep the story going in a way where you can pay proper respects to what happened in the past. But it's there's a theme in this movie is letting go of your past.
Right.
There's a theme is letting go of your past, and I think that's what the franchise is trying to do also.
Absolutely. I mean, we had that.
where they want to break it away from the all of the things that you know and love about Star Wars, but give you something else to know and love.
Right. Now, I will say, man, and here's the thing, and in their path to doing that, they buck the trend intentionally, right? They buck the expected actions and the expectations. It seems as if they deliberately go against those throughout most of the film. And
bro, we got new force powers like all of a sudden out the blue, like you know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden we got new force powers. Like how did that happen?
Right. And so man, Knox hit me up. He hit me up this morning on the way to work. He's like, bro, I saw Star Wars last night.
He hated it. Like,
boy, so much disdain. And he was like,
I saw a message on Facebook that he posted, postmodernism and blah 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 whatever. But
what's funny is that he's like, look, He's like, I'm literally going this time to take notes. Like, I'm literally going in the theater with a notebook and sit down and take some notes. I'm like, bro, you should do that. But before you do that, you need to go see Justice League. Like, like you need to go do that. You need to go do that. Go watch Justice League, and then go back and watch it. You know, take the family Star Wars later, but you go sit down and watch Justice League.
One of the YouTube videos that I saw but I didn't watch. Is the title of it is Last Jedi, Ryan's middle finger chin scratch to confident men. And that's probably the same kind of wavelength that Knox was on.
It could have been. It could have been. Like I said,
I think so. Based off of his post that I seen that on Facebook. I think that was his. I think that was his same thing. I think that's the same thing he got out of it.
Well, I can tell you that I know that he is looking forward to bringing his podcast back, because that's going to be like the first episode of Star Wars. So I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm looking forward to hearing about that and seeing how that all breaks down. But so I was in there talking to my friend Matt. Well, actually, he just left. He moved to a different building, but he was really excited, and he had plans to go see it with his friends on Friday as well. Right. So, but I wanted to talk to him about it. But when I was in there talking to him, what's going on? I was in there talking to him, and I told him, I was like, you know what, man? Because I don't know how we got on it. Oh, I told him about the black experience, about trying to take my kids to go see the blackest Black Panther experience ever. Did I cover that on here? I think I did.
I think we talked about it a little bit.
Okay. So, and I was telling them, yeah, they need to go to that, and then I need to also take them to, a Black funeral. And Matt was like, why do you need to take them to a Black funeral? So, Mike, that is our topic for tonight, brother. Like, we're going to tell these cats about Black funerals, because a lot of people in here, they ain't seen, nor been to, nor heard of any Black funerals. And yeah, we're going to have to fix that, bro.
Okay. So generally, I avoid funerals. Even if it's somebody that I know and I love, I just can't see them like that. As more than likely it was from going to my mom's funeral at a very young age.
Okay.
So I generally avoid funerals, but I've seen funerals. I've seen Black funerals from different perspectives.
Okay.
I've seen the normal Black funerals that we are getting ready to discuss, but then my dad's funeral was different.
Okay.
Because he's Catholic.
See, that's different.
That's
very different.
Very different. So my dad was Catholic. So the proceedings went a little different.
Okay. Did they start on time? Because that would be the first difference.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So for those who don't know, the normal Black funeral starts about 10 to 15 minutes late. Because you got to wait on the family, and the family don't just roll up in their own vehicle. No, the family got to go get a nice long limo, or like the nicest set of limos.
No, the funeral home supplies the limo.
The funeral home supplies.
We gotta get it.
Right, you right. You ain't got. Keith said he Baptist, so no, not on time. No, bro. So the family has to get together. So what a lot of folks do, in our family in particular, we all get together. We go pray first. We pray before we get together as a family at somebody's house. People outside, people on the inside, people yelling.
No. We've been together all week, because it takes a week or two before we actually put one of us in the ground.
Let's be clear.
So y'all been together already all week.
All week. So backing up, because we're gonna do this thing in chronological order. Backing up, from generally Black people have funerals on the weekend. It doesn't matter when people pass away. Also, our time period is normally 5 days from the date of death until the funeral. So if you ever need a calendar, it's generally 5 days. Generally, if that 5 days put it in the middle of the week, it might get pushed back to 6 or 7.
You never know.
Never know, just depending on how it's feeling, right? Depending on how the flow go. So that's number one. Number two, when we all get it together, right? When we all get it together, well, let's back up a little bit. So you got it. So before you get to the funeral, you got to go see the body. And a lot of people have an issue about that, right? A lot of people have an issue, go down to the funeral home, seeing them in that position there. And a lot of times I would recommend it for people who kind of are close, so they can go in, see them in that position, and kind of get it out and get themselves acclimated to this reality before the funeral, because you don't want to be one of these people that I talk about at the funeral later. Right. So we do that. Then, like I said, we meet up, we pray in the limos, we go down to the church. This is what we do. We get to the church. We arrive.
Wait. Before we move on from there, I want to point out one of the weirdest things that's ever happened to me ever.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Okay. My girlfriend, her mom passed a couple years ago.
Right.
And the viewing for the body was held at this funeral home.
Okay.
And first of all, there was not the overwhelming sadness until after. But like the event happens and then everybody leaves except for the family. The family pays their last respects before they close the casket and all that. And this is how that works. But here's the thing. It's basically like a typical get together where everybody's just kind of talking and just kind of chopping it up, and we're all in this big room except for there's somebody over there who ain't here no more.
Well, yeah,
but like we're all just having a conversation, and like it's family, and it's a typical like family gathering, with the exception of the person that we are here to supposedly mourn is over there.
Right. They're just right over there chilling.
Just right over there. And I was flabbergasted. I can't use another word. Like there is no other word other than flabbergasted. Like I was just like, y'all just talking about like when y'all was kids and the last time y'all hung out, and like, going to the they were talking about like going out and partying and stuff in their youth and getting drunk and, like the typical family gathering stuff, except for there's somebody over there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy. So like, and so that happens. And then like, then the main event is over. Everybody leaves except for the family. But because, that was my girlfriend's mom, I got to stay too.
Right. You got to stay the whole time.
And so I'm there. Well, first of all, I was late because I had to work. I wasn't late because I'm black. I was late because I had to work.
It's a strong coincidence, y'all. It's a strong coincidence.
I had to work. I went home, changed clothes real quick, and I went straight there.
Okay. Word up.
So don't even.
You play?
But yeah, so we're there, and then that's when the typical things that happen in a viewing where people fall apart and all of that kind of stuff, all of that happened when everybody left and those doors closed, and you're just in a room with.
Okay, so here's a major dynamic difference between non-black funerals and black funerals, because the emotional surge comes in front of everybody at the black funeral, and we're gonna get into that. But yeah, man. So when we get to, we kind of have a similar experience like that, Mike, because when you get to the actual place for the funeral, as the family's walking in outside, like they're saying hi to people they ain't seen in so long, right? So you kind of chopping it up, right? But the person they inside, you know what I mean?
Right, you do that outside. Like you do that outside. You don't do that in the room where there's somebody over there. Like like that is a very difficult thing to try to be like. Like everybody is just talking, and of course these are mostly people I don't know.
You're right, because
yeah. So it's mostly people I don't know. This is her, her family, friends of the family, and all of them. And I don't know these people, so I don't have any stories to tell.
Right.
I'm just there, and I'm just looking, and I'm just like, how in the world is everybody keeping it together right now? Like she's right there. I can see her. The casket is open.
Like, had it open early. See, again, it
was open that whole time for the viewing, for the viewing, and that little get together for the viewing. And then there was I don't remember there being a service. Like we went straight to the cemetery, and then they had the things at the cemetery, but I don't remember. You know, they do all that.
So, man, that's crazy, man. So, like I said, we kind of chop it up outside, but when we go in, before the family goes in and sits down, there is a section at the front, like at a wedding, where it's reserved for families. The section for the family is generally the middle two sections or three, depending on how large the major family is. We got a really big family, and the front 6 or so rows are just reserved for family. And
my dad's funeral, I had people talking to me and was like, make sure so and so sits in the back.
Yeah, it's like it's this priority, it's this picking order. It's like,
do not let so and so sit with the rest of us, like that type of thing. Like, even it's supposed to be an event where you're mourning and it's supposed to be about the person that we've lost, but no, it's about their personal feelings to the other people that they were attached to.
Right. And so this is where black funerals. So then once you come in, and I was trying to tell my boy Matt, look, if you've never been to a black funeral, you don't know how many pastors will preach. Okay, because at every funeral I've been to, there have been no less than 3 pastors. No fewer than 3 get up and say something. And don't let the person have served in the church for a long time and they know these pastors. It can be up to 5 or 6. You know what I mean? And every pastor, every single one, I grew up in the church like this. Every single one speaks like, well, if you turn to Proverbs 23:7, it says, well, a man believes in his heart, so is he. And who are you? And who do you say that you are? And I'm like, who do you? And I'm just looking like,
look, like we pretty much have a moment in every show where we sing something. There it is.
He said, "Do the stop." He said, "Do the stop, Blue." I can't just, I can't get it in enough. And it's amazing because this is universal. This is not just Oklahoma. This is not just my hood. This is not just my family.
Not at all.
It is universal. So
dad's funeral, none of that stuff happened.
Except your dad's funeral, because your dad is Catholic, which a black Catholic is pretty rare.
None of that stuff happened. Like, I'm gonna tell you, my aunt's funeral, which was one of the most beautiful homegoing celebrations that I've ever seen in my life. Like, she touched so many lives that the funeral home was overflowing with people.
Awesome, man.
Like, there were people in the hallway that just couldn't get in. There was nowhere for them to sit. Like, it was that packed. But there was a moment where they had this is around the time when Open My Heart was the hit. And there was a lady that was selected to sing Open My Heart.
Oh man, don't get on the singers. Don't get on the singers. Like, I get on the singers. Oh.
You know the words? What? Awesome. We're all grieving because this is my aunt. And you know, outside of like my mom that passed away like when I was 7, like this is like this is the first death that really hit the family.
That was strong, yeah.
Like, this is the first one that hit us hard. So we are grieving, and then like she's singing, and in our grief, we kind of look up and go, she don't know the damn words. Like, we cried and everything, but we just kind of look at each other like, what? She don't know the words. And with our just body language, we are clowning. Like, in the middle of this whole thing, like we are clowning. Not to mention during my uncle's funeral, I'm gonna tell you, my uncle, everything was going pretty well.
Okay, word up.
Except, my baby sister is probably someone who you would consider ratchet. Okay.
Okay, let's get in it.
She's probably one of the most ratchet members of the family.
Okay.
Apparently, she had an alarm set on her phone that she forgot about.
What?
Yes. So the funeral is going on, and then all of a sudden, She had me saying, starts playing in the middle of the funeral. And I'm sitting by her and I'm trying to cover up the phone, trying to find the speaker to put my hand over it while she's trying to turn it off because she didn't remember she set that alarm.
Wow. Wow.
So Throwing by R. Kelly is playing in the middle of my uncle's funeral. Like this. There was nothing more like, what in the world is happening here than the Open My Heart thing. Like the Open My Heart thing, like she didn't know the words, and we are just looking at each other like, and like we are grieving, like we are really, really grieving. And she starts off like everybody knows the beginning of the song. Everybody knows the beginning of the song. Everybody knows the beginning of the song, but in that moment, we all just kind of like the grief just kind of went, what in the world is happening here? like,
all right. So that's wild. So M. Jakunski says, I understand keeping people segregated at a funeral, but have you ever been to one with a bouncer? Sadly, I have. Now that
okay, so did a stripper die?
No, look.
I'm joking.
So like probably a bouncer as in you can't sit here. You know what I mean? Like this is for the family.
No, we didn't have one of those, but you know, like there was rules established for certain funerals up front.
Pre-game
that
rules
we were supposed to uphold.
Yeah. Man, you know, it's wild. So guys,
wow.
So guys, so no,
that's real. That's real. That's so real.
That is real. That is real. So as the family comes into their assigned seating, right, they move up to the front based on proximity of relationship. So the closer you are to the person, the further up on the row you sit. So like the husbands and the wives and the first line children, they get front row. And then it just moves backwards like that. That's really kind of how it's established. But my buddy passed away and his wife's ex showed up. I see where you're coming from. Yeah.
But that's when the fellas in the family.
Right. Yeah.
That's when we hit that Forrest Gump. Can't sit here.
No, that's one of them. Not today, homie. Like it's one of them where you just not today. Clearly they never got along. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah. So but man, that's crazy. Never been in one with a bouncer. But then after we all sat down and then you go through, then you always got the song selections. And Mike, we talked about the song selections at my most recent funeral that I attended for my family. Bless the lady's heart. She didn't really she couldn't really blow. You know what I mean?
Bouncers and we're ready for them.
Dang, pro bouncers just ready. Like, let's go.
like, bruh, if like I got on the suit and some of those weightlifting gloves for everybody, dog. Like, for everybody. Like, if that's how we rolling today.
Right. Oh, that's how we doing it today. Okay. I see what you got. I see where you I see where you at.
I can see it because when you're in pain, sometimes you want to inflict that pain.
Look, man, like here's the thing, man. Like it's just like some days you just been like, look, whether or not you didn't get along with them, like we gonna respect this process right now. And then if not, then I'm going to forcefully remove you from this process. Like it's just that simple. Like if we're not gonna respect the process, then you got to go. That's why I said not today.
Yeah, so, temptation. Sorry, David, but you got to go. But yeah, man. So we're sitting through that, and then you got the singers that don't know nothing, right? And then at the very, very end, okay, so through the service, so then you read the obituary, and then you get the feature song. And on the feature song, people don't understand. The feature song is where people take their time to read the obituary if they haven't already. Like they read through the program and everything. And then you got different criers. Then you got different people in the audience. You got the people who try to hold everything back and just cry silently. Right? Then you got the people who cry and ain't ashamed of it. Just cry and they'll take the napkin and they'll be like, and they'll try to gather themselves.
And then you got the people that want to put on the show. There's always ladies in there.
No. You got the people who are usually their parents, kids, brothers, sisters that are literally boo-hooing. And then you got take me with you, lady.
Oh yeah. Normally with a hat. Normally with a really large hat.
Yes. Yes. Take me with you, lady is always there, and she's always gonna bust up the whole thing.
And there's some people that you just like, those are the people you got to put toward the back. Because the closer you put them toward the front, the more of a distraction they become.
Yes.
It's a lot of Lord Jesus is being yelled. It's a whole lot of passing out. It's a lot of halfway fainting. It's a lot of fanning, like that Martin Luther King fan, or the one the fan with the fist. And it's a lot of fanning.
Yeah, the Mahalia Jackson.
Hell yeah. And the box of Kleenex. And then I'm telling you, like it's and everybody got at least one of them in their family. Everybody got at least one in their family. And I don't understand it. And then as you walking through, you got people who want to break down and hug the body, and you got people crying, and it's just, man, it's.
Take me with you, lady, is always the worst because she's the one that's going to act a damn fool. Try to jump in the casket, like, like Aunt Bessie, sit, Bessie. Because you know, everybody got an Aunt Bessie. Her name may not be Bessie, but we all got Aunt Bessie. And,
right.
And, it's only Big Mama can tell Bessie to stop. And if Big Mama is the one who's gone,
right,
everything is going to be a problem.
Yeah, it's absolutely a problem. It's absolutely a problem. And then you got the line. Okay, so then after that, everyone goes through, and then while they're getting the body ready to take out to the car, and stuff, then you got the pallbearers, right? They never know what the pallbearers are at a black funeral. They be like,
"No,
JoJo Jr. He's supposed to be here."
Yep, it's always something that's coordinated at the last minute.
At the last minute,
we get a rough idea of who's supposed to be involved, but right when it's finna go down, we gonna have to corral some people.
You gotta search for some people. And on top of that, there's always a regular list of pallbearers. Then there's honorary pallbearers, like people who could carry the casket if they would if they could, but if they weren't so old, they'd be able to knock it out, right? And so you got the list of honorary ones, right? And then so you get them out there to the car after scrambling like they enlisted somebody else, right? You get them out to the car, and then you go to the gravesite, which some people don't go. I got some people in my family just don't go. They just like, nah, I'm good. I don't like seeing death. I'm like, well, you eventually gonna see it one day. So you got that, and you got people in the end. But the thing is, before we leave out for the cemetery, and while we're at the cemetery, you got the people asking, like, not the family and stuff, but people who really, really, really far out extended family, like, yeah. So when where we eating at? What time we eating? Like they ain't even in the ground yet, homie.
Yeah, they like the what was that? Dick Tracy. When do we eat? That person.
Right.
We all got that person.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then I was telling my boy Matt, look, anytime you go to eat, there's always a few things. There's always chicken. There's normally pork chops. Recently there's been a lot of ham. And then you get some mac and cheese, and you get some green beans. And
it's Thanksgiving without the turkey.
Pretty much. That's basically what goes down. And I'm like, look, Matt, if you ever have a chance to go to a black funeral, because you got a lot of black friends, I'm like, just go, but go to the reception. And I'm like, and go in with your eyes wide open, bro, because you're going to have an experience. Like, you're going to see all of this. You're going to hear the preachers. You're going to see the family. You're going to see the certain seating. I'm like, let them seat you at the funeral. Don't you go sitting down and let them seat you. And just go in and just keep your head on the swivel in observation mode. That's all you got to do. That's all you. So, but yeah, so that's all I had, Mike. It's that time, dog. We got 1 minute left, dog. You got anything else you want to get up in here?
Man, I was trying to find this while we were talking, because oh, that's what it was. When we had the conversation about not knowing the words to songs, and I was trying to find the Michael Jackson song, and I said "Rock with You," but that wasn't the song that I was thinking about. That nobody know the words to.
Mm-hmm.
The real song, "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough."
Yes, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough is tough. It is tough.
Like, for real. That was the one. I could not think of the song at the time, but it hit me it hit me after the show. I was like, I ain't say the right song. But Don't Stop Till You Get Enough is a song that we don't know and word.
Nan word, bro. Like,
and bro, if you ever in your life try to sing that song on like a rock band or something like that, the amount of nut squeezing that it takes for you to stay that high that long is preposterous. And I don't even have a heavy voice. Like, I really don't. I don't have a heavy voice. I ain't no gravel to my voice, so I can get up there a little bit. I can't do that.
No, it's tough.
And especially when you're reading the words and you don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, that was the right one. I said it wrong, and that was the right one. That yeah.
Sure.
Hold on. That's Mike J. I know you got Mike J in the building. Mike J Polish. So the whole thing about the bouncers don't surprise me at all.
Oh, okay, there it is. All right.
As soon as I said he Polish, like
no. So all right, Mike. So I do have a section for In Your Ear because we ain't been going over it recently. So I want to tell people what I've been listening to, what I've been playing. All right. So what I've been listening to, we talked a little bit last week. Mike, you were talking about you listened to the Soulful Christmas album on Amazon Music. If you're a Prime member, I listened to Soulful Holiday Station, and it has all the stuff.
It got all the jams.
Temptations all the way down to Mariah Carey and Boys to Men.
I never see. Here's my problem with with Amazon apps. Always flag my whatever app I'm using that's trying to cut out stuff that's running in the background and stuff that keeps constantly restarting. It's always the Amazon apps. So I just took them all off my phone.
You can actually go in and in the optimization, you can go in and select which apps to not worry about, and you can select that one. Because I used to have that phone, so you just go in and do it, bow, and you can do it and don't worry about it anymore.
Yeah, but it's just a pain.
Yeah.
And all of the Kindle, the Amazon, and shout out to Amazon because I had a package that I sent to Pooh Bear. The package said it was received on Thursday. It didn't get received on Thursday. Somebody must have got that. Somebody got that one.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, that wasn't the most important package, but it was. Somebody got it.
Dang.
But I called him. I did the little chat with Amazon. They said, all right, we can refund your money. Go ahead and replace the order. Send me the order number, and I'll take away all of the shipping. You can do it one day, and we charge you no shipping. So shout out to Amazon.
And their customer service is on point, son. I don't care what anybody say. It is on point. And
except for if you buy a PlayStation code.
Maybe. See, I don't know. I bought a PlayStation.
I had such problems with getting my Destiny 2 code. Yeah. But yeah, go ahead and do your thing. But I got a couple things I've been listening to too.
Okay. And the Temptations Little Drummer Boy that came on because it reminds me of Mike because they be getting down on the drums. Play on it. Play your drum for him. Telling you, it be getting down.
Yeah, that don't hit so hard.
It does, man.
But it's blue. Like the movie. It's one of those things to where the movie tells you exactly what you needed to know, where the Temptations didn't get set off until they had blue.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Because can't nobody do it like Blue.
Right. Yeah, he had that bass, man.
Yeah. Like who can do that?
Right.
Maybe the brother that used to be in Boys to Men could probably pull that off. But like ain't too many that can actually do that and actually keep their groove and because I try to tell people when you listen to old music,
mm-hmm.
People's just like, why do they not make music like this anymore? Because you don't have bass lines no more. The bass line is what carries a good song.
Yep. I mean, he sounded like a bass guitar on that thing, man, and that's what made it sound so good. And like he just played it. And it was so good, man. It was so good. So when I heard that, when that popped up on that channel, I was like, yeah. So I took the screenshot. I shared the song with Mike. I'm like, there it is. Because every time I hear and I like play on it. Like it's just like it's a really unique arrangement on that. So and then what I did finish, I played and finished Uncharted Lost Legacy this week. It's great, y'all.
Yeah, you speak very highly of it.
It's 9 hours long. It took me 9 hours to finish the game. I picked up a lot of the collectibles, not all, but it's really good. I struggle.
Like I always end up with like a handful. It's like, well, there was 8 on this one board, right? I'm like, no, I ain't see nothing.
They actually help you with that, and there's actually if you do the side quests, you get rewarded with an item that helps you find. So it'll have an audible and a visual cue when you're near treasure.
Okay.
So it's really cool, man. It's really nicely thought out. And then also, I've been playing Tales of Berseria, which it took me a while after I just had a fall creators update on my PC, and for some reason it was not playing for like all weekend, and it didn't start back up until yesterday evening. And I have dropped 64 hours. Oh no. I'm sorry. I think I'm at like the 90-hour mark in that game, or maybe it's the 60-hour mark. But
I saw you on that when I was on Steam to play Rimworld, and I saw it popped up that you was playing that.
Yeah, man, I've been on it for a long time. I am almost done with that game. It plays a lot better than a lot of the old Tales games. It's the combat is a little easier. So the enemies aren't as hard, or maybe mine just have more powerful characters. But it's good. Have I tried Persona 5 yet? No. And I bought it. I downloaded it. But here's what happened. Once I finished Uncharted Lost Legacy, I was telling my oldest son, I'm like, man, you need to play Uncharted, because he hasn't played any of them. And because I used to say, hey, get on the PS3, and he was like, nah, I'm not gonna play. I'm like, all right. So I actually unplugged my PS4 from my room and took it to his room, and he's on Christmas break, so he'll be playing. And I downloaded the Uncharted, the Drake's collection, so he's gonna play through all of Uncharted. But I will get the Persona 5, Mike, because I am really looking forward to that game, and I got it for half price. I got it for $30 over Black Friday, so looking forward to that. And what about you, Mike? What you been up on, though?
Okay, so I've been playing RimWorld, and you said how many hours you put in that game. I'm gonna share my Steam window. I don't know if you can see this, but you know how long I talked about RimWorld, and this says that I've played 98 hours.
Wow, dog, quit playing games.
Yeah, I did play some Saints Row. I played some Saints Row the Third. I played a little bit of Grand Theft Auto 5, but I was in the game a little bit. I think I'm going to need to start over from the beginning.
Okay.
But the Saints Row was fun. I played Saints Row the Third, and that was like really fun, even though my favorite is 2. And then as for music, I just put on something random, and I ended up listening to the Drake album.
Drake?
More Life. What's up, JML?
What up, Jay? What's going on, player?
We almost done, dog. I listened to that. It got some jams. Yeah. I'm not really like I'm not a huge Drake fan. I like Drake the rapper. I don't like Drake the singer, except for, there's a couple joints that I can mess with, and I thought that was cool. But I came across this song from Big Boy called Kill Jill.
Huh.
And oh my god, it has a sample from some sort of anime thing, and bruh, what? Anime fans do not understand samples.
Really?
Because if you pull up Kill Jill, and then just look at the comments. The people in the comments are like, yeah, it's Big Boy featuring Killer Mike and Jeezy and, Kasumi Mitsu or whatever the person's name is. It's like, no, it's a sample. You don't give credit to the person that didn't actually perform on the song. If you just took a clip of something that they did, that's a sample. They get paid on the back end, right, and that's the sample. We don't need to give credit to. Okay, and then here's the best thing. Mm-hmm. Right, if you do that just to look at the comments, then go and pull up the comments for just the instrumental to that song and watch how nerds work.
Really?
Oh, they were like, oh my god, this is so much better. Like,
really?
Yeah, oh my god, it's crazy. It's like, but that joint is dope. Killer Mike is just, I mean, like, Bomani has said for a while that there are some people on this earth that are just, that you hear them rap and you just know that they were just born to do this.
Yeah.
That kind of like how you know, when we was talking about Black Thought in the state of the industry show.
Yeah.
But there's some people that you just feel like they are just born to do the thing that they do, and they do it so well. And Killer Mike is a monster with a microphone.
Yeah. No, I've heard good things. You know,
He's also a Bernie bro, so take that a little bit easier.
Okay. but Mike, do you have anything else, man? Because we're about to get up out of here, dog.
Shout out to the people that's in the chat, including Jay O'Malley, who showed up late.
Right. It is what it is.
See, you know what? It wasn't us who was late. You know what I'm saying?
Right. On time. On.
But yeah, man, shout out to everybody. I know it's Christmas next week, so we're not gonna be on. So just if you can get us on our social medias and all that other stuff. But if you don't, if you just listen to the show, I hope you have a Merry Christmas. None of the Happy Holidays nonsense here, because I got to do the Happy Holidays nonsense at work. But I hope that you have a Merry Christmas and you enjoy the time with your friends and your family for the holiday, and just put some joy back in this whole thing, because there's a lot of things to be sad about. There's a lot of things to be mad about. Just for a little bit, just spend some time and create some joy with your people, because that's what the most important part is. Those interactions are what makes all of this worth it. And so that when you get to the Black funeral, you don't have to worry about, take me with him, lady. So for real, until things start happening, enjoy your day and don't worry about Bessie.
There you go. Don't worry about Bessie. All right. Look, man, shout outs to everyone who dropped in and joined us live tonight. My dude, you say it's Mike J?
Yeah, Mike J.
All right. And then J O.
I found out how to pronounce his last name.
Yeah, Jakunski?
See, I ain't even trying to mess it up, because what if that ain't the right inflection? You know what I'm saying?
It may not be the right inflection, but you say he's Polish, so I'm trying to give it to him like the normal.
Mike J to me.
Mike J. But yeah, thanks for dropping in, man. We really appreciate it. That was awesome. And also other additional shout outs to these other cats. Darrin for providing feedback. My dude Ryan for always giving me grief about Applebee's. Shout outs to my dude Searching Fire. He actually a little bit of hate. Searching Fire actually donated to my Extra Life page, and as a result, I actually have some pinball codes to give away. Some on PC, some are on Xbox One, some are on PS4. So if you get that message, I hit you on Discord. Hey man, go check that out and let me know which one you want. I sent you a list of what I have.
Can I tell a quick story about Searching Fire?
Go ahead.
After I was on
EDG.
Yeah, I was on EDG. He sent me a friend request on PlayStation, and the way is Searching Fire, but it's with numbers and stuff in there. And at first glance, it kind of looked like Scarfinger, and I was like, "Is he playing with me?" That was my first thought. That was my first thought when he sent me that friend request.
Right. Look, shout out to my boy Blast because today he sent me a little Open Form Radio sticker, but he also sent me this cool little nameplate. I don't know, you can see it, so you can see it.
Okay, yeah, I see you.
Open. So he sent me.
You got your name on it though. Where your name at?
It's all good. I actually have one on my desk that's cool.
You need one to say Larry HNIC.
It says Larry Asbury Jr. MBA on
HNIC.
I can't put that out.
Don't say HNIC, then it ain't, no.
Right, but so shout outs to my boy Vlad Hammer for doing that. Shout outs to my boys over at OFR. Shout outs to everyone who drops in and listens to us, man. We really appreciate it. Shout out to my boy Knox, who helped us join in and record the State of the Industry that we recorded on Saturday early afternoon. It was late morning, early afternoon. We had posted it Saturday, so because Mike and I will be out next week, you guys can take that and listen to that next week. Listen to this one this week, but listen to that one next week. It is a full assessment.
Who are top games of the year? I'm gonna surprise people with mine. I'm only doing 3 because I ain't played a whole lot.
Okay. Yeah. So I did. Somebody else is doing a poll. I think Gaming Vessels is doing a poll for top 3 games, and yeah. So I have my top 3 games already selected as well.
I'm not gonna say where. Just know that Andromeda is in my top 3.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Interesting. So also mad shout outs to my dudes over at Starting Point, Brian and Corey. They asked me to be on tomorrow. So I will be on there tomorrow doing their game, I guess, end of year show. So I'll be on there with them. So like I really appreciate it.
I listened to the show today.
Yeah. Those dudes keep me laughing, man. They pretty funny. So otherwise, that's about it, y'all. You what?
Why does this always happen to us?
What's that?
It's the replay clip that they have on the show. Why does this always happen to us?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yes. But I like those guys, man. So listen, that's all I got. I do hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, and if you celebrate Kwanzaa, you know, Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, or whatever. That's what it was, right? So yeah, Christmas, Hansa, Kwanzaa, something like that. I don't know, but yeah, everybody. Merry Christmas. We'll be back in your ear again probably in a couple of weeks. I'll be out there streaming though, doing some things. And I still don't know what I'm going to do about this Assassin's Creed thing. So just keep your eye on the feed, on Facetious feed. And I'll be retweeting from my...
you got to do something. You got to do something on Twitter because you got to get that out before Christmas, dog.
I do. I know. That's what I'm saying. Keep your eye out. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. We'll get it figured out and then I'll tweet it out. But I want everybody. So again, it's at Facetious Pod on Twitter and at L Asbury on Twitter as well. It doesn't matter which one. Follow Facetious.
I got a trivia question. Look for the Assassin's Creed thing. All right. So here's the thing.
Do you know how Assassin's Creed trivia? Because you don't even like that genre because you don't like sneaking.
No, because it's about me. You got two questions to answer. How many versions of Assassin's Creed does Scarfinger own? And how many did he finish? I've said it on the show on multiple occasions.
I don't even know the answer to that.
On the show on multiple occasions. Whoever gets the closest to the number, I got you.
Does Mike own? And how many has he finished? No, I don't know the answer to that one. So okay, so we'll do that.
I'm not gonna get it. We're gonna make this about me.
So what we're gonna do is, if you can get this in to me by I'm gonna post this with the show tonight. If you can get this out to me, the deadline is Friday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, December 22nd at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. If anyone who gets in, of course, I'll take your name down, associate you with the number, and then we'll random number generate it and draw a winner. And it's for a copy of Assassin's Creed Origins on PC, redeemable through Uplay. So just wanted to give you all the details there. It's just a standard edition that came with my Yeti microphone. So if you want it, come get it. And that is what it is. So everybody, thank you so much for listening to or watching Facetious 102 So Angsty. Go listen to Genuine So Anxious.
So angsty.
So and then
the background hit that when they hit the chords, dog. The chords, you know what I mean? Like that background, that's what does it. So angel. Yo, that's that lick, dog. The background singers do that.
Absolutely. Justice. So y'all hit us up. Y'all let us know what's going on, and we'll be back in your ear again at the very, very end of the new year, or the very end of this year. Actually, it'll be the new year because if we record again,
it'll be New Year's Day. If we do it a week after
on that Monday. So either way, thank you so much for watching and listening. Get out there, listen to State of the Industry 2017. We had a really good time and we went in on the shows. We went in. Y'all have a good time. And peace out to the Warriors.
Peace out to the Warriors. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.